Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. It is much safer to be feared than loved, because love is preserved by the link of obligation which, owing to the baseness of men, is broken at every opportunity for their advantage, but fear preserves you by a dread of punishment which never fails. How we live is so different from how we ought to live that he who studies what ought to be done rather than what is done will learn the way to his downfall rather than to his preservation. He who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived. The best fortress which a prince can possess is the affection of his people. Therefore the best fortress is to be found in the love of the people, for although you may have fortresses, they will not save you if you are hated by the people. For one change always leaves a dovetail into which another will fit. Men intrinsically do not trust new things that they have not experienced themselves. A prudent man will always try to follow in the footsteps of great men and imitate those who have been truly outstanding, so that, if he is not quite as skillful as they, at least some of their ability may rub off on him. A prince is also esteemed when he is a true friend and a true enemy. For, in truth, there is no sure way of holding other than by destroying. There is no other way of guarding against adulation than to make people understand that they will not offend you by speaking the truth. On the other hand, when everyone feels at liberty to tell you the truth, they will be apt to be lacking in respect to you. The wise man should always follow the roads that have been trodden by the great, and imitate those who have most excelled, so that if he cannot reach their perfection, he may at least acquire something of its savor. Being feared and not hated go well together, and the prince can always do this if he does not touch the property or the women of his citizens and subjects. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. A man who is used to acting in one way never changes. He must come to ruin when the times, in changing, no longer are in harmony with his ways. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good. Hence a prince who wants to keep his authority must learn how not to be good, and use that knowledge, or refrain from using it, as necessity requires. Wisdom consists of knowing how to distinguish the nature of trouble, and in choosing the lesser evil. It must be considered that there is nothing more difficult to carry out, nor more doubtful of success, nor more dangerous to handle, than to initiate a new order of things. Therefore, it is necessary to be a fox to discover the snares and a lion to terrify the wolves. For whoever believes that great advancement and new benefits make men forget old injuries is mistaken. Therefore any cruelty has to be executed at once, so that the less it is tasted, the less it offends, while benefits must be dispensed little by little, so that they will be savored all the more. As the physicians say, it happens in hectic fever, that in the beginning of the malady it is easy to cure but difficult to detect, but, in the course of time, not having been either detected or treated in the beginning, it becomes easy to detect but difficult to cure. 4. Besides what has been said, it should be borne in mind that the temper of the multitude is fickle, and that while it is easy to persuade them of a thing, it is hard to fix them in that persuasion. If this video is useful, please share it with your family or friends. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day for you all.